So you did something recently with Pooly for his bar.
Yeah.
So when it comes to something that you've got already a design for, because do you guys 3D scan everything for the base? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So when something comes in and you get this kind of random one-off request, is that something that you guys do a lot? And then if it works and looks good, it becomes a production thing, or?
Look, he got put off the road.
Yeah.
And he was like, how do we go about it? And I said, I'm really open with all that stuff. I feel a lot of it needs work. Like the industry, there's not enough information and it's not actually as clear as everyone thinks. It's like so heavily governed. It's really not. And I said, I'd love to do like a bit of like an episode on it with you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, would you help me do a bar? I said, I will, but I'm going to keep making it and call it a Pooly bar.
Yeah.
And it was never a thought that it wouldn't be a production bar.
Okay.
And then we already had scans, so we flicked like 3 or 4 ideas at him, and he'd like drawn on a bit of paper, like some ideas he had, like, and then I'm like, come down, and we had basically the bottom half of it all tacked up, and we just spent an afternoon, tried different headlight hoops, and he wanted it really radical. We do a Rob Pooly bar, and we do a Pooly bar, like
right.
It's just really aggressive headlight hoops and stuff, and then. Yeah, like I knew that'd sell just because he's got such an unbelievable following. Like Victoria, you'll be standing at the front of work talking, me, cars hey, and like, you know, all yelling out everywhere you go. I had his Frank, the Hilux, you know, we were doing that.
Yeah.
You drive up the street, people would be like yelling at you. And, and he's got such a strong following. I'm like, look, we're not going to stop doing the normal ones, but that'll definitely have a... And it does. We make them every week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a cool looking bar. I didn't realise that angle that in that episode that you spoke about from the wheel. Is it the front of the tread to the lowest part of the bar? Is that the angle?
It's well, there is like a wheel covering or a mud guard ADR.
Yeah.
But every copper misquotes it. And technically, we were worried about will the bar. Like, we started measuring up. We're like, the car actually complies with the bumper off and 37s and 4-inch lift in it. So we're like, it couldn't ever not comply. So this whole front of the tyre being too open, I'm like, have these police never seen a Jeep? Because they come factory like that.
Yes.
You know, like, and some, you know, like, and they all meet that ADR. But it's like just misinformation and, you know, you can get put off the road and it's all sort of, it's up to their discretion.
Yeah.
You can't argue it. So he had to go... and actually had like to take it into the city and had a heap of police look at his car.
Yeah.
And one of the coppers that he'd been dealing with actually gave him his number, and we were texting back and forth. Yeah. You know, and then we did like a little image of the angle in the car and put it over the top. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we're wrong. Like, and then he just sort of
let it go.
Yeah. But
see, that's the tricky part. We've had this chat on here a few times about how, you know, it's a bit of a discretionary use of stuff with the cops, and in all fairness, you know, they probably deal with a lot of dickheads.
100%. I completely get their point of view also, like for the 5% that actually know what they're talking about. And I've had my own. I had my 2-week-old 200 series canaried, and the copper was arguing I had aftermarket taillights and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, mate, it's a brand new car.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't like it, and it was getting put off the road. Like, I was at Bonnie Doon with my kids and had push bikes on a bike rack. I wasn't a I wasn't a hoon. I wasn't even up the bush. There's good and there's bad, and then I've had ones that are fantastic. You know, like you just gotta. But I get it. Like, I think 90% of the people they probably pull over have pushed that friendship.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, well. Mate, we have a young guy we employ, and he gets canaried, and his 4-inch springs go, and his 31s go on, and then he goes back on that, and then his 35s and his 4-inch springs go, and and I'm like, how many times are you going to change the springs before you just get sick of it? Yeah. Like, and I'm like, it's typical like young bloke GU, big light bar on the roof, like all the things. I'm like, mate, it is, you know, like mine gets around with 35s on it every day. Yeah. But it looks proportional. It looks correct. The car's clean. It's got mud flaps. You know, you're like, you might get done, but it's very, very different. You don't look twice at my one. Yeah. And his one, you're just like,
It doesn't help the cause when they've taken the sway bars out and they do a
windscreen sticker across the top of your dash.
Yeah.